Hello, and a big welcome back to all my subscribers. And if you're not a subscriber, why not? Right. Today, I got some good news and some bad news related to the Tricorder episodes series that I wanted to do, where I basically did. The plan was to write a Python script that would act as a tricorder, and that the user would then be able to use a RISC-V GPIO pins to communicate with it and to get diagnostic data back and forth from this emulated tricorder. Now, some good news. It went okay in some ways. In some ways, not so much. Um, if I show you the screen, you can see here that I started um, to do this. Um, so I have a main class. It basically calls the tricorder. The tricorder has some sensors. It handles the input and output, and it has a GPIO. Under Windows, it just sends to a port, um, which it just defined in the main. Otherwise, it uses two pins. And then the sensors themselves, they sort of initialize, they read data, they set a range, they calibrate, etc. All of this is based on the tricorder specification, which, if I show you the markdown panel, this was the specification which I wrote. Um, so there's a communication protocol, sends a start byte, sends the address, opcode, data, etc. So basically, I wrote a sort of a fictitious data sheet and then some opcodes that would allow me to return variables and things into my RISC-V program. Um, so yeah, I mean, it's basically a sort of a fake data sheet. Um, Now, the problem with this occurred when I started using the actual RISC-V processor. When I started the actual RISC-V processor, um, the single board computer that I have in the Vision 5 single board computer, I'm having really extreme difficulties getting the GPIO pins to work properly. Um, and hence it's very difficult to communicate or even start to write the RISC-V program. The problem I'm having with this is that um, everything has to be run as root, and it has to be run literally as root, like logged in as root. You can't even sudo um, the commands. They won't work. You actually have to be running as root within the root environment in order to get it to work. Now, there are many things online which should help me do this, but none of them so far has actually worked. And I haven't been able to get the GPIO pens working. And so I haven't been able to actually start work on this program. So this, as I put in the title, could be the beginning or the end of this series. I don't really know. If I cannot get the GPIO pins working, um, it just seems a complete waste of time to try and run it on the single board computer. I might as well just run it on an emulator, and then you're not really getting the experience of writing to an actual hardware pen, which is what I wanted to do with this series, to actually start using the hardware pens to do some I2C or some SPI or just GPIO in general on a single board computer or an embedded device or whatever. And so this might be the end of the series, might be the beginning. It just depends on how well I can get this, if I can get this GPIO pin issue resolved. So that's it. I'm sorry it wasn't such a great update, but I will upload the tricorder datasheet spec that I wrote, as well as the Python scripts into my GitHub. I'll put a link in the description below. Again, if you like these sort of videos, please like and subscribe and all that good stuff. And I will see you soon. Thanks for watching. Bye.